I'm joined in the studio by the news analyst, Dr. Warwick Onyeama, to discuss this issue in a little more depth. Dr. Onyeama, thank you very much indeed. So President Buhari makes great play of his determination to stamp out corruption and graft, but he's got his work cut out for him.
You can say that again.
He's got his work cut out for him.
You can certainly say that again. What he is dealing with, or going to have to deal with, is what I might call an ingrained culture of corrupt practice that is regarded as clever and normal. So, I mean, he's dealing with a culture that is well entrenched and which has normalized as the way to do business.
You talk about this culture of corruption. I mean, is it that the people in countries like Nigeria, beyond the fact that a lot of the judicial processes have themselves been corrupted and broken down, is it that the people, their understanding of what corruption is quite different from perhaps the way the West sees it? Because if you recall books like, you know, No Longer at Ease,
yes.
Chinua Achebe, the book
right.
that actually first discussed Nigerian corruption
yes.
in the 1950s during
yes.
colonial rule.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like what used to happen was that you would have somebody, you know, it was African culture, tradition, to go to somebody you're asking a favor of and take a gift to them. And that was essentially how it started.
That's one way it started, but you see what has happened is that the gifts have become so much bigger and the stakes are so much vaster.
And of course it's not just gifts, it's actually people taking, I mean, putting their hands into the trough.
Yes. It's inducements and extraction of money that doesn't belong to the person taking it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's a national trough, isn't it? People put their hands in there and take the money. So the suggestion in the case of the central bank, this sort of issue with money sort of going, you know, this sort of billions going, sort of being stolen, is that it's not just junior staff, but that there must have been some kind of high-level collusion for this amount of money to have gone missing.
Well, if there wasn't high-level collusion, then the governance of the central bank is seriously faulty, because it's unimaginable that such vast sums of money can be lost through the process of simply releasing condemned notes back into circulation without the topmost people being aware of it. It's
Absolutely.
not possible.
Absolutely. Do you think President Buhari understands the scale of the problem? And if so, what's the best approach do you think that he should take?
That's the $64,000 question. Does he understand it? I think he does. I mean, he's been in leadership before. He's a top army official, was a top army official. He will be well informed and have good personal knowledge about the practices, the corrupt practices, particularly relating to money, that have become entrenched in Nigeria. What he can do about it is less clear. You know, the EFCC, that is the
Economic Crimes.
That is quite right. Fraud and Crimes Commission was set up to address this. And I do recall there was a very enthusiastic chairman of it at one time who eventually had to leave because he thought his life was in danger.
Ribadu.
Yes, you know. What do you do? What sort of machinery can you set up?
Well, I mean, it's been suggested that perhaps what he should do is not look back, but look forward.
Yes. Yes. That is, stop new people robbing the country the way they do.
I mean, there's not much you can do about those.
What's already gone past. I'm sure that's right. Yes.
Although he's very keen to get back some of that money, though.
That would probably have to be with negotiation rather than criminal proceedings. I think what you're going to see is that he will endeavor to set up something that will work. Whether it succeeds or not, I think only time will tell.
And of course, one of the ways that he must do that is with this new cabinet that he's about to bring in. He's got to surround himself with politicians and with, you know, ministers who are beyond reproach.
Well, and who are also committed to changing the ethos of corruption that already exists. And the trouble is, surrounding himself with such people is going to be no mean feat.
Well, it's already failed because, I mean, there's a lot of talk in Nigeria that the people who surround him, who helped him win, were people, you know, politicians of the old guard that we talk about.
They're people with something to gain by being around him, and they will endeavor to shift the agenda in a way that suits them, their purposes. So, you know, I don't know what he's going to do about the people that surround him, because most of them, frankly, are not trustworthy, in my view.
Dr. Warwick Onyeama, thank you very much indeed.